Hi, let's talk about the Module 4 objectives. In Module 4, we're specifically speaking to scheduling the project, and this can be found in the Guido and Clemens text of Chapter 5. With this, we're going to learn how to develop a schedule. A lot of the input to developing the schedule coming from the work breakdown structure and the network diagram, and the responsibility assignment matrix as well. We're going to talk a little bit about controlling the project. How do we know if the project is on time or on budget? And what do we do when we find that we're no longer on time or on budget? And then the estimating of the activities, like I said, we'll be getting that from those three aforementioned inputs, and there's a couple things that we need to consider there. One, of course, is the predecessor-successor relationships that we spoke to before. It's the total effort of a particular activity and how many people are being assigned to do it. And then we're going to establish the project start and end based upon when we put the schedule together. We'll be able to report back to management and tell us exactly how that's going to work out. The resource management, this is where we actually acquire a team, we do the assignment and the effort estimation, and here we'll find that it's best to get estimates from the people that are actually going to perform the work, because it provides a little buy-in and a little ownership for those estimates. So let's see what else we talked about. The predecessor-successor relationships. We'll learn about the concept of slack. So what happens when you have multiple things going on at the same time within a project? Not everything is dependent on a single string. Sometimes it's multifaceted or multi-pronged, like a fork. So each path is going to run different durations, and what you're going to have to determine is the short ones will have slack because they'll have time that they can take to reach the longest of those tracks, which is what we call a critical path. We're going to learn more about project monitoring and controlling. That's where we compare our estimates to actuals. Now, when we estimate the efforts and we develop the schedule, we'll also be able to determine, based upon those resources, what the cost of the project is, and that'll give us our budget. So we'll do a baseline once we have all that, and that way we'll be able to compare our estimates, both time and money, to the actuals. We'll also learn a little bit about a schedule control process, and that's to analyze, identify corrective actions, revise any kind of schedule, and then recalculate the schedule and re-baseline the schedule, which means we have to get management approval to make these changes if they impact the life of the project in a negative way. This is what is known as project control process, and we're going to find out why it's beneficial to a project. The project, we're also going to ask you to provide comments regarding the use of Microsoft Project. By now you've tried to use it a little bit. You've seen that it may be a little challenging. I like to think of myself as a Microsoft Project subject matter expert. Although this is a new version for me, it should be relatively the same as to what I'm accustomed to. So that brings us to the end of the topics for Module 4. The assessments, once again, will speak to a module quiz. Once again, short answer, true, false, multiple choice at 25 points towards your final grade. The second part to the group project, I think this is also another 75-pointer, and that's also going towards your final grade. And then the Chapter 5 exercises, which are 2 or 3 questions, which will be a short answer or a paragraph description type of thing. So that's it for Module 4, and we'll talk more about what's going on as we go, and the next time you'll see me is for Module 5. Thank you.